Missouri could become the first state in the country without an abortion clinic.
Missouri has come very close to ending legal abortion access in the entire state of Missouri.
The state of Missouri is poised to shut down the last healthcare center that's providing abortion care in the state of Missouri, leaving more than 1 million reproductive age Missourians without access.
Protesters in Missouri making it clear where they stand.
Governor Carson, shame on you!
In the 1980s, Missouri was one of the first states to pass a so-called trap law.
It assumes that I didn't think about my decision. Those laws assume that I am not capable of making the best decision for my family.
That is a huge, sweeping, omnibus anti-abortion package. It has an 8-week ban. It has a cascading ladder of bans in case that 8-week ban isn't found constitutional.
Every woman seeking a legal abortion in Missouri is being told by the state that she must have a mandatory, medically unnecessary vaginal examination by order of the state of Missouri.
We went back and forth with it so much that she actually said, look, Kawana, I'm sorry that it feels like we're much harder on you all in inspections than we are everyone else. But we have bosses too, and there's things that they want us to do.
One doctor who works at that clinic tweeted this on Monday of this week, quote, "Today I was forced by the state of Missouri to perform an unnecessary pelvic exam on a patient, and I was forced to do an invasive, uncomfortable exam. It broke me as a physician to do this to her."
We make it very clear that this is not our doing. We do not want to violate your rights. We do not want to make you do an unnecessary, invasive procedure that we wouldn't do at this moment. And most women are quite disturbed at that. But they're pretty remarkable because they're actually apologizing to my doctor, saying, I'm sorry you have to do this to me. Wow. And that's shameful.
In case you need it. Hi, my name is Jenny Box. I live in Webster Groves. I'm a mother of 3 living children, and I have had an abortion. The doctor that performed my abortion works at RHS. And the care that I received from that doctor, hands down, far and away, the most compassionate, just loving care that I've ever received from a medical provider. And it wasn't even a doctor I had an ongoing relationship with. And that really meant a lot to me at a time when, we were going through something difficult. Since then, I have gotten more involved in supporting RHS because I know how hard Missouri makes it for people who are pregnant to get an abortion for any reason. Missouri just makes it really hard. And I have seen firsthand how amazing and dedicated and passionate and compassionate and creative the people at RHS are. From the doctors to the nurses to the staff to everyone, right? Like, I'm just blown away. I had the opportunity to kind of see them in action in a more social setting. And the other thing that I can attest to is that the people at RHS, they've got some dance moves. So they're going to fight your court cases and they're going to win, right? And they're going to make sure that the people in Missouri have access to reproductive health care, including abortion. But they're going to win in a dance-off, right? They're going to know the lyrics to all the songs, and they're going to have a sing-along in the car with you. So RHS has made such a huge impact on my life and on my family. And we are committed to supporting RHS in all of their endeavors because we know that the doctors and the staff at RHS give the best care and take care of Missourians. And no matter what Missouri throws at RHS, RHS comes back. I wish they didn't have to fight so hard. I wish Missouri didn't make it so difficult. But I know and I trust that no matter what, Reproductive Health Services of St. Louis will be here for Missourians and for St. Louisans. And they will make sure that if you need and want an abortion, you will have access to that care. And they will make sure that if you need and want other kind of contraceptive care, you will have access to that care.
Hi, my name is Chapelle Collins. I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator for Planned Parenthood of St. Louis region in Southwest Missouri, and I'm located in St. Louis. The reason why I support Planned Parenthood and I'm an advocate for reproductive rights and abortion rights is because it's the bottom line. people should always have the choice to decide how their life should be. At the end of the day, we're here to help them. We're here to be supportive for them no matter what, and to help them get the best resource and the best medical care possible to make sure they can live a happy life.
I think about Roe Day. I think about all of the work and all of the movement leadership from women of color, especially Black women, who continue to fight for reproductive justice, and how much more work needs to go into that movement, and how many more people can be welcomed in until we don't have to worry about Hyde, until people of color, especially Black people, can live without violence, until poor people have access to the food and housing that everyone should have access to. We haven't really met the bar of what access is. So Roe, while it's exciting and it's a day that we should celebrate, it doesn't mean that the fight is over. It just means that we have more work to do as we keep fighting for people to be able to access the right, to exercise it fully.
Dr. McNichols is just, she's my hero, right? She manages to hear people say the worst things about her and her colleagues and her staff and demand things of her that are unethical and not medically based. And she will fight them, and she will fight for her patients. She is ferocious and fierce, and yet so kind.
If you would just admit, which you won't admit here, that you would abort a viable fetus for any reason if the law did not prevent it.
Mr. Massey, abortion is moral. It is important. It is health care. And I support people being the experts in their own lives and making decisions for themselves.
Thank you. And I love being an advocate for Planned Parenthood. I love working at Planned Parenthood. I love helping people get great resources. So I'm glad that I work for an organization that does all the great things and has the same models and beliefs that I stand as well.
Thank you so much, RHS, for all that you do. From me, from my husband, from my kids, from Libby. It's hard to put into words the impact you have had on our lives. And I know that I am not alone. The impact that you have had on Missourians and people from all over the country is just unfathomable.